throw it home.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to turn the tide of fortune on one of the most dangerous seas in the world? Captain Sig Hansen and his crew aboard the Northwestern faced the ultimate test of resilience, strategy, and sheer will in the icy grips of the Bering Sea. Battling against frigid temperatures, towering waves, and the unpredictability of the deep, they set off on a high-stakes gamble with nature, where the elusive king crab played the coveted prize. With pots coming up empty and morale low, a daring decision to venture into unexplored depths in search of a crab-filled canyon marked a crucial moment. But how did a blend of seasoned intuition, strategic innovation, and a bit of lunar science turn their fortunes around, resulting in the luckiest day of Sig Hansen? Crab fishing in the Bering Sea is not for the faint of heart. It is a profession that demands resilience, courage, and an unwavering spirit of adventure. The challenge begins with the harsh and unforgiving conditions of the sea itself. The Bering Sea, known for its frigid temperatures, towering waves, and violent storms, sets the stage for what is arguably one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. For Captain Sig Hansen and his crew aboard the Northwestern, these conditions are a constant backdrop to their quest for the ocean's bounty.
Captain Sig and crew haul their final pot of the trip before turning to port.
The Bering Sea does not discriminate. It challenges every vessel that dares to travel across its waters. The crew of the Northwestern, seasoned though they may be, confronts the same relentless conditions that all fishermen in these waters must face. The cold bites through layers of clothing, the wind howls like a banshee, and the waves, towering skyscrapers of water, threaten to overpower the boat at any moment. In these seemingly impossible conditions, the crew begins its hunt for the elusive king crab. However, the physical conditions, as harsh as they are, pale compared to the mental and emotional toll exerted by the unpredictability of the catch. Crab fishing is similar to a high-stakes gamble with nature, where the prize is economic and a testament to the fisherman's skill and perseverance. The beginning of the season brings high hopes and expectations, but the sea is a fickle mistress. The initial forays into the fishing grounds yield results that are disheartening. The pots, designed to be traps for the crabs, come up empty one after another.
You know, you make big aggressive moves, and sometimes it does pay off, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, there's nothing else we can do. You know, now it's the chase.
The ocean floor, usually teeming with life, resembles a barren desert. The scarcity of crab is not just a challenge, it is a dire predicament that jeopardizes the entire season. Captain Sig Hansen, a veteran of the sea, feels the weight of this challenge acutely. The frustration is palpable among the crew, a mix of seasoned hands and greenhorns, all of whom look to Sig for guidance and strategy. The empty pots are not just a temporary setback. They represent hours of backbreaking work, strategic planning, and most importantly, the hope of a successful season. The contrast between the expectation of bountiful catches and the reality of the barren pots is stark. It is a reminder of the ocean's unpredictability and the inherent risks of their profession. The initial scarcity of crab tests the crew's resilience. The Bering Sea, with its vast expanse and hidden depths, offers no clues, no promises of success. The crew's morale wavers as the days pass with little to show for their efforts. The desert-like emptiness of the sea floor, where there should be an abundance of crabs, is a mystery that Sig and his crew must solve. This challenge, however, is not without its silver lining. It forces the crew to innovate, rethink their strategies, and delve deeper into their reservoir of experience and knowledge. The scarcity of crab becomes a catalyst for change, pushing the crew to explore new fishing grounds, experiment with different baiting techniques, and adjust their tactics in response to the changing conditions of the sea. It tests their adaptability, their unity as a crew, and their unwavering commitment to their livelihood. For those who live on the Bering Sea's waters like Sig Hansen and his crew, the environment demands respect, resilience, and an unwavering spirit. The challenge begins with the very nature of crab fishing, a task that requires physical strength to haul in heavy pots from the depths and a deep understanding of the marine environment. With their irregular migrations and behaviors influenced by countless variables, from water temperature to ocean currents, the crabs add another layer of complexity to this high-stakes chess game against nature. At the heart of this season's saga was the initial scarcity of crab, a situation Sig likened to a desert. Miles of the ocean were trawled, and pots were set and then pulled, only to reveal nothing but the empty abyss below. This void, where there should have been abundant life, brought frustration and a palpable tension aboard the Northwestern. The crew, seasoned in the ways of the sea, found themselves questioning their strategies, their luck, and perhaps even the very ocean that had been their provider for so many years. In the face of such adversity, Sig Hansen made a crucial decision that would either redefine the season as a triumphant victory or consign it to the pages of forgotten efforts. The strategy was bold: change fishing depths and target a narrow canyon, a geological feature on the ocean floor that had shown promise in the past but was difficult to fish. With its steep walls and deep channels, this canyon was thought to be a crab highway, a route along which the king crab migrated. Fishing here was a gamble, a deviation from the safer, more familiar grounds Sig had known and mastered over his illustrious career. The plan's boldness was matched only by its necessity. Collaborating with Jake, another captain with his legacy and knowledge of the sea, they devised a strategy to encircle the canyon from different ends. Sig would enter from the south while Jake approached from the north, setting a trap for the migrating crabs. This cooperation between vessels, a testament to the camaraderie and mutual respect among fishermen, was a calculated risk. It required precise timing, understanding the tides, and unwavering faith in each other's abilities. Preparing for deep water fishing is a taxing task that begins long before the first pot is dropped into the ocean. The decision to add 180 feet of line to each crab pot, necessary to reach the crabs believed to be gathering in the deep canyon, was a logistical challenge that required careful planning and execution. This extra line, seemingly just a length of rope to the uninitiated, represented a significant increase in the weight and complexity of handling each pot. For the crew, already battle-weary from the season's trials, this meant an escalation in the physical toll taken on their bodies. Each pot, now heavier, demanded more from the crew. The process of tying and securing the additional line, ensuring that it was done correctly to prevent loss or damage, was a task that required focus and strength. The deck of the Northwestern became a stage for a relentless ballet of labor, with each crew member playing a crucial role in orchestrating this deep-sea gamble. The cold, wet conditions of the Bering Sea deck only added to the challenge, with the icy grip of the wind and waves as a constant reminder of the environment's unforgiving nature. The fatigue that set in was not just a physical symptom, but a mental one. The endless work cycle, the repetitive motions of rigging pots, hauling and setting them again, began to wear down even the most seasoned crew. Sleep became a coveted luxury, with the relentless schedule dictated by the fishing strategy and the whims of the sea allowing little time for rest. The crew's dedication to the task, driven by a blend of loyalty to their captain and the lure of the catch, kept them pushing forward, even as their bodies protested. This period of preparation and execution was a testament to the crew's perseverance. With its vast, unfathomable depths, the Bering Sea was a constant adversary, challenging their resolve with every pot that was dropped and every line that was pulled. Yet despite the exhaustion, the cold, and the seemingly impossible odds, the crew's spirit remained unbroken. Their commitment to the venture, to each other, and the success of Northwestern was unwavering. The physical toll of the preparation was visible in the bruises and the strain on the faces of the crew, badges of honor in the world of crab fishing. Yet, the unseen toll, the mental and emotional fatigue, was the accurate measure of their sacrifice. The sea does not give up its treasures easily, and the crew knew that the price of their ambition was paid in sweat, blood, and relentless toil. The decision to go forth into deeper waters and target a narrow canyon had been a gamble, a deviation from the familiar that carried the weight of the season's success or failure. The crew, already taxed by the physical and mental demands of the preparation, awaited the outcome with bated breath. The tension on the deck was palpable as the first pots, heavy with the additional line required to reach the canyon's depths, were hauled from the ocean's grip. The day began like any other in the unforgiving waters of the Bering Sea, with the crew bracing against the cold, their faces set in determination. The Northwestern, a vessel that had become as much a character in this saga as her crew, plowed through the waves, her pots ready to claim the ocean's treasures. The anticipation was palpable, a tangible presence on the deck as the final pot of the trip was hauled from the depths. Then, as if in answer to their collective will, the pots broke the surface, revealing the glint of king crab within. This moment, the sight of crabs clattering on the deck, was the turning point they had been striving for. The initial hauls, significant in their bounty, were more than just a catch. They were a symbol of hope, a testament to the crew's hard work and Sig's strategic foresight. The gamble had paid off, and the desert of the sea had finally yielded its treasures. The morale boost that followed was immediate and electrifying. The crew, who had been braced for disappointment moments before, now buzzed with renewed energy. Laughter and shouts of triumph cut through the cold air, starkly contrasting the silence that had preceded the haul. This was the moment they lived for, the high that came with the victory over the sea's challenges. The sight of the crabs, each one a tangible representation of their efforts, ignited a fire within them, scattering away the shadows of doubt and fatigue. Watching from the wheelhouse, Captain Sig Hansen allowed himself a moment of pride. The strategy, risky as it had been, had proven its merit, and the crew's faith in him had been justified. This success was not his alone, but belonged to every team member who had dared to believe in the possibility of triumph amidst adversity. The turning point was not just about the catch, but about the reaffirmation of their collective strength and resilience. The energy on the deck was transformative. The crew, revitalized by the success, approached their tasks with vigor absent in the days of empty pots. Each crab sorted and stored was a building block in the foundation of their renewed spirit. The work was still hard, the conditions still harsh, but the weight of their labor was lightened by the knowledge that their efforts yielded results. As the last pot broke the surface and was hoisted aboard, time seemed to stand still. The crew's hard work had paid off in 1,100-pound haul of king crab, gleaming like jewels in the harsh light of day. This was not just a catch, but a triumph, a testament to the crew's hard work and a symbol of the ocean's fickle generosity. For Sig Hansen, this moment went beyond the ordinary. It was the result of years at sea, a lifetime of knowledge and intuition converging in a single extraordinary catch. The excitement on the deck was a force unto itself, a wave of joy and disbelief that swept through the crew, shouts of triumph mixed with laughter, the sound echoing across the water, a beacon of success in the vastness of the sea. The crew, so often stoic in the face of adversity, allowed themselves to revel in the moment, their camaraderie and shared toil finding its reward. Standing at the helm, Sig allowed a rare smile to break through his weathered facade. This was more than a successful haul. It was a vindication of his decisions, a reward for the risks taken, and a moment of unparalleled satisfaction. The luckiest day of my entire life was not just a personal victory, but a shared achievement that underscored the essence of their endeavor, man's quest to harness the sea's bounty, challenge the unknown, and emerge victorious. As the Northwestern made her way back to port, her cargo hold brimming with crab, the significance of the day's events began to sink in. The day's catch, while extraordinary, was but a part of the story. The journey, marked by uncertainty, hard work, and the crew's unwavering spirit, lent this achievement its true significance. As the Northwestern sailed into the harbor, her crew standing proud, it was clear that this day would be remembered not just for the catch, but for what it represented: the enduring human spirit, the bond between man and the sea, and the belief that even the most bold dreams can, on occasion, be realized. The moon, a celestial body far removed from the concerns of fishermen, plays a crucial role in the success of their endeavors. Its phases influence the tides, affecting marine life's behavior, including the elusive king crab. The moon's gravitational pull during different phases can cause significant changes in water movement and depth, exposing the crabs to predators and fishermen alike, or providing them with a safe haven deep in the ocean's embrace. Sig's decision to target the narrow canyon during a specific lunar phase was strategic, leveraging the moon's influence to predict the crab's movements. Crab migration patterns are another critical piece of the puzzle. Various factors, including water temperature, salinity, and food availability, influence these patterns. King crabs migrate to spawning grounds or deeper waters for optimal living conditions. The canyon that Sig and his crew targeted was not chosen randomly. It was identified as a potential migratory route, a crab highway, if you will, that could funnel the crabs through a specific area, making them easier to catch. This understanding of crab migration patterns, honed through years of observation and experience, was instrumental in planning the expedition. The unique ecosystem of the canyon itself was another factor in the crew's success. Canyons on the ocean floor provide a rich habitat for marine life, offering shelter and abundant food sources for king crabs. These deep, narrow channels can act as natural traps for the crabs, concentrating them in areas where they are more likely to encounter baited pots. The ecosystem within the canyon, with its specific conditions of temperature, pressure, and light, creates an environment that can either attract or repel king crabs, depending on the time of year and other environmental conditions. Sig's understanding of these environmental and biological factors and his years of experience on the Bering Sea played a crucial role in the expedition's success. His ability to read the signs, from the behavior of the sea and sky to the subtle cues provided by the marine ecosystem, informed every decision, from the timing of the expedition to the placement of each pot. This deep, intuitive connection to the sea, a blend of science and art honed over decades, sets apart the most successful fishermen. The science behind the success of Sig Hansen's Luckiest Day of My Entire Life is a testament to the complexity and richness of the marine ecosystem. It highlights the importance of understanding the interconnectedness of environmental factors, target species behavior, and their habitats. When combined with practical experience and a deep respect for the sea, this knowledge can lead to remarkable outcomes. The successful catch was not just a victory over the challenges posed by the sea. It was a display of harmony between man and nature, a moment where years of knowledge, respect for the environment, and careful planning came together to yield a bounty from the deep. It serves as a reminder of the importance of science and sustainability in fishing practices, ensuring that the sea treasures will continue to be available for generations. In an era where the Bering Sea's icy waters continue to challenge the mettle of those who dare to harvest its riches, modern fishing technology and equipment have emerged as important allies. These tools have revolutionized how fishermen like Sig approach their craft and significantly enhanced their ability to make informed decisions and achieve unprecedented success. At the heart of this technological revolution is sonar mapping of the ocean floor, a capability that has fundamentally changed the game for crab fishermen.
It's much shallower. My string didn't do much at all. Hopefully, we'll get something out of this.
This advanced technology allows captains to visualize the seabed's contours, identifying canyons, ridges, and other underwater features likely habitats for king crabs. For Sig Hansen and his crew aboard the Northwestern, sonar mapping was instrumental in pinpointing the narrow canyon that would become the site of their historic haul. By providing a detailed, real-time picture of the underwater landscape, sonar technology enabled them to target specific areas with a precision that was once unimaginable, dramatically increasing their chances of success. Advanced pot rigging techniques represent another dimension of the technological evolution in crab fishing. The traditional crab pot, while effective, offered limited flexibility in adapting to the varying conditions of the Bering Sea. Introducing new rigging methods, incorporating stronger, lighter materials and innovative designs, has allowed fishermen to customize their gear for different depths and conditions. For Northwestern's crew, facing the challenge of adding 180 feet of line to each pot to reach the deeper waters of the canyon, these advancements were not just beneficial, they were essential. The ability to rig pots that could withstand the pressures of deep water fishing without compromising their functionality or the crew's safety was a crucial factor in their successful catch. The impact of technology on crab fishing extends beyond the equipment used at sea. Satellite navigation and weather forecasting tools have allowed fishermen to navigate the turbulent waters of the Bering Sea more safely and efficiently. Real-time weather updates allow captains to make critical decisions, avoiding storms that could endanger the crew and the vessel. For Sig, the ability to monitor weather patterns and sea conditions in real time was crucial in timing their expedition to the canyon, ensuring that they could capitalize on the optimal conditions for crab migration. Moreover, technology has facilitated better communication and coordination among fishing vessels. The collaboration between Sig Hansen and Jake, planning to encircle the canyon from different ends, was made possible by advanced communication systems that allowed them to share information and strategies seamlessly. This level of coordination, unthinkable in radio-only communication, has opened new avenues for cooperative strategies among fishermen, maximizing their collective success. Technology integration into crab fishing has also had profound implications for sustainability and conservation. By enabling more precise targeting of fishing areas, technology has reduced the need for widespread pot deployment, minimizing the impact on the marine ecosystem and ensuring that crab populations remain healthy for future generations. This responsible approach to fishing, guided by technological insights, underscores the industry's commitment to preserving the ocean's bounty. Simply put, the role of modern fishing technology and equipment in Sig Hansen's strategy and the broader context of crab fishing cannot be overstated. It has empowered them to make more informed decisions, achieve greater success, and navigate the challenges of the Bering Sea with unprecedented precision and safety. As the story of Sig Hansen shows, the fusion of human courage, strategic thinking, and technological innovation represents the future of crab fishing, a future where the sea treasures are harvested with respect, efficiency, and an ever-deepening understanding of the natural world.